Hey, welcome folks. Hey, welcome folks. It's time to check out some new scenery. We are in X-Plane today. It's been a coon's age since, I don't know if you can use the expression coon's age. It's been a coon's age since I've last flown X-Plane. But I'm going to load up a flight from Estonia, a country I've never been in or even know much about. The only reason we're flying from there is because I have new Payware scenery. Want to check it out? And we're flying to Moscow, and I've also not been to Moscow. Uh, you probably can guess that I'm a little older than many streamers, but I'll give you a little secret. I'm not older than a lot of flight simmers. I am the perfect demographic for flight simulation. Um, People in my generation are very we just love all aspects of aviation. We love the technical aspects of it, the disciplined scientific mind you have to do it well, and we also love being in nature's beauty. So I am one of many, many, many flight simmers in my age group. Anyway, here we are. Here we are in Estonia in our Airbus A320 aircraft. Let's meet our first officer. Her name is Christy.
Hello, Stud Muffin. My name is Christy. I am your first officer today.
Nice to meet you, Christy. We are cold and dark. Let's see if we have a jet.
I will set display brightness.
Okay, you do that. Also get ready to do your outside checks, because I'll take care of most of what needs to be taken care of in here. Let's go outside and see what this airport looks like. Got a little tram in the background. I am very much impressed with this airport. Yeah. Welcome to Estonia. I very much enjoy this airport. Don't have a lot of liveries for this aircraft, so probably the best I could do was this German government aircraft. But it should get us to Moscow. Got to get familiar with some of my camera views. It's been a while. It's been a long time since I've flown X-Plane, so my camera views are a little different than they are from Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's see if we can. Oh, by the way, I intend on making some money on this flight, so I brought along my SkyPad. Let's see if I can. Here we are from Estonia to Moscow. I've got 13 hours to complete it. And let's... I've got to pay a fee. My last profit flight was in Oakland, California, and I've got to pay a fee. Now, it's a very small fee to get from Oakland, California to Estonia. But if I'd started in okay, relocation travel, $17.59 from Oakland to Estonia. And then I get a discount because I'm under level 5, so I'm get 90% of that back. Okay, no simulator. I need to correct that. How do I correct that? Okay, I do have a plan file. Oh no, I don't have a plan file. I have a file from Xplane, which I don't think is a plan file. I can get a plan file. Let's do that. Let's go to SimBrief and let's get my last flight. And I will download a plan file, which is the file format for Microsoft Flight Simulator, even though we're not in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Okay, and it doesn't have to be anywhere but in the downloads, and I can load it. Here it is. So let's load it. And we'll fly. Okay. Load into EETN to begin. Yes, I am here at EETN. Manage. No simulator. go simulator. I don't know what to do about that. So, I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to do this one for free. Okay. Oops. Again, I need to... Gotta reacquaint myself with my views here very quickly. There we go. Okay. We have ground power available, so let's use it. We will turn on batteries 1. And batteries 2. We will arm the emergency exit lights. Seatbelt sign on. No smoking sign on. Either system nav 1 or nav 2. Wing lights on. Hold off on the beacon and the strobe. I'm going to hold off on the crew oxygen. I'm going to hold off on the fuel pumps. I'm going to turn on my ADIR system 1, ADIR system 2, ADIR system 3. We'll do an APU fire test. We'll do a cargo smoke test. That might now work right there. Again, pretty used to the Microsoft simulation. So we are done up there for right now. Let's go to our flight management computer. Get the brightness turned up. We are in a current AirAct cycle. McDo menu. Data. Aircraft status. Initialization. Let's go to flight plan. Okay, initialization from EETN, Echo Tango November, to Uniform Echo. Flight number is 43. Cost index is 85. Well, our sim brief over here, and there's our routing. Oh. Cruise altitude is flight level 350. 350 and thought I would find my top of climb temperature here pretty quickly. I'm not seeing it. Oh, here we go. Top of climb winds 200 at 4.8. Well, we'll put the winds in. 200 at 4.8, ISA +5. I'm not sure where that wind comes from, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'll leave the temperature blank for right now. Oh, it's already calculated it in. Okay. I'm happy. Zero fuel weight. That's a good question. $72.62, so 70.2. Block fuel is 8802. 70.2. Okay, and let's go to our configuration and put that fuel in. Okay. We'll go to our flight plan. We're leaving Estonia on need to import the flight plan into our air traffic control program, which is called Pilot to ATC. I'm much more comfortable with the waypoints in the United States than Europe. But let's see if the air traffic control program can understand that routing. And it does. Here you can see our routing, our waypoints, magnetic track, estimated time en route for each segment. And there you get a little bit of an overview. I'm going to change some of these configuration numbers. 350 is our top of climb. 1,200 feet per minute. We actually can do better than 1,500 feet per minute, but I'm not going to have the computer. I'd like to have the air traffic control planned for an earlier descent. So 1,200 feet per minute in the climb, 1,200 feet per minute in the descent. We can go faster than 250 knots, but again, I'd like air traffic control to underestimate our speed. So we'll leave our planned ground speed at 250 knots, and we will connect. We will validate that flight plan, and we'll file that flight plan.
Lenartem ERI Information Whiskey, 1020 Zulu, winds are 251 at 10 knots. Visibility 6 miles, 2,500 scattered, 4,400 broken. Temperature 24, dew point 18. Current altimeter is 2988. Arriving and departing runway 26. Lenartem ERI Information Whiskey, 1020 Zulu, winds are 251 at 10 knots. Visibility 6 miles, 2,500 scattered, 4,400 broken. Temperature 24, dew point 18. Current altimeter is 2988. Arriving and departing runway 26.
Okay, we've transferred from the Estonia ATIS to the Estonia operations.
Lenartem ERI Information Whiskey, 1020 Zulu, winds are 251 at 10 knots. Visibility 6 miles, 2,500 scattered, 4,400 broken. Temperature 24, dew point 18. Current altimeter is 2988. Arriving and departing runway 26.
Okay, I shouldn't have to listen to that again now that I've switched the frequency. Oh. Oh. So runway 26, actually, let's get our clearance and then we'll be sure of the runway. I'm pretty sure it's going to be let's see, runway 26. Okay, we'll do that. And our departure is on the Gono 1T. No transition. And our arrival will be, all things equal, to ILS runway 24 left. X, 24 left X, and no star.
American 176, due to TCA Thrustmaster ahead, joining Sierra 7 taxiway.
We'll give way American 176.
Okay, SUMIM is a waypoint. And then NOTAR. And then ORTOK. And then KOGME. And then UNPOR. And then OBBED. From there, it's KUGEK. And then LEMRO.
American 176, contact ground 121 decimal 905.
2195, American 176. Good day.
Good day.
Then TEMGU. Then DURTI. And then AGLAN. GIDLI. DIPOP. RUBET. And LGVA. No, LIGVA. ULNAD. Our last one, RIMDE. Okay, we'll clear the discontinuity. There we go.
Ground, good morning. Dynasty 102 Heavy on Bravo.
Dynasty 102 ground, taxi on Golf, Papa 2, gateway.
Go Papa 2, getaway, Dynasty 102.
Let's go to the... Let's load the aircraft. So we're going to keep the defaults. There's the 8800 fuel. Should already be. Let's push the fuel button. Yeah, we're at 8,800 kilograms fuel already. Runway slope, I'm going to assume there's no slope, and we're on runway 26. 1+F configuration. Does it know our runway? Departure runway, EETN 26. It does know our runway. So we've got a center of gravity, 28.4, stabilizer trim down 0.0, and those are our V speeds, 146, 146, and 149. So flaps, 1/.
Japan Yacht 749er, countdown ground, 121 decimal
Down.
905.
0.0. Flex temp of 45. (146, 146, 149) on the speeds. Transition altitude in North America is 18,000 feet. I have no idea what it is in Estonia, but I'm going to assume it's higher than 5,000 feet. I don't want to be playing around with the altimeter setting while I'm trying to clean up and do some other things low to the ground. So I don't know what the transition altitude is in Estonia, but for my purposes, I'm going to make it 10,000 feet. That's high enough off the ground so we're not raising flaps and raising landing gear and trying to get established in the climb. It'll also be at the same point where we clean up the landing gear lights and we clean up the airplane a little bit higher. So I don't know what the transition altitude is, but for my purposes, I'll say it's 10,000 feet. Managed climb, that's fine. Managed cruise, managed descent. That is all looking good. We are finished with the I'm going to leave the throttles as they are until it proves that it needs help. We'll leave that as it is. And we're going to change from inches of mercury to hectopascals because we're in Europe. we will continue on. Let's get a clearance. Because I'm in a German government plane, I'm gonna pretend that it's being run by a Lufthansa
Air
crew.
116, counter lamp control, 121 decimal 75.
Lamp control 12175, Air 116 today.
Gray.
I'm gonna say that there's a Lufthansa crew aboard. Estonia operations, Lufthansa 4 tree, ready to copy. 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 It's not really helping me out today.
Lufthansa 43 ready to copy.
Lufthansa 43 is cleared to uniform Echo Echo, fly the Gono 1T departure, with the Gono's transition, then as filed. Expect departure runway 26. Climb to 4,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Squawk 6245.
Lufthansa 43 is clear to uniform Echo Echo. Fly the Gono 1T departure, with the Gono's transition, then as filed. Climb to 4,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Squawk 6245.
Lufthansa 43 read back correct. Altimeter 2988, let us know when you're ready for pushback.
Altimeter 2988 Lufthansa 43.
Go into the TA mode, not the TARA mode. Progressive wind shear is off, flaps are up, throttles are at idle, landing gear handle is down, 3 green on the landing gear. We're looking pretty good. Are we ready to run a checklist, Christy?
Before start checklist. Cockpit preparation.
Completed.
Let me check. Overhead left side is a problem.
You don't like, oh,
Cockpit preparation is not completed.
you want my oxygen supply on. That's what it is. You're so picky. Okay. I can respect that. Let's get Let's get rid of this.
Dynasty 102, Canada Lamp Control, 121, this one is 75.
12175, Dynasty 102, good day.
Okay.
Don't know how to get rid of that. Okay, let's try that checklist one more time.
Before start checklist. Cockpit preparation. Let me check. Fuel system problem.
Oh my
Cockpit
goodness.
preparation is not completed.
You really want me to turn on the fuel pumps at this time as well, don't you? You're going to be so picky. I usually hold off on the fuel pumps until we're ready to start the APU. But we will do it your way.
Before start checklist. Cockpit preparation.
Completed!
Let me check. Completed.
Oh, made you happy. Good.
Gear pins and covers.
Gear pins and covers are removed.
Signs.
Signs are in auto.
ADIRS.
ADIRS is set to nav.
Fuel.
Fuel is 8800.
Takeoff data.
Takeoff data is set.
Set. Baro.
Baro is 2988.
QNH 2988. Before start checklist down to the line completed.
Okay, wonderful. Let's get the APU fired up. Beacon on. Master on. Let's go down to the APU button here and get a door open indication. Flat door open. APU start. APU bleed. So we're a government diplomatic plane. You notice I haven't been worried too much about the passengers. I don't have any passenger interaction on this flight. Unlike most of my planes, where at this point I would welcome the folks aboard. We get ready to close the doors and arm the slides. But I will let just a couple people there in the back, a couple of diplomats, so we'll let the cabin attendant handle all of that. I've had some problems using better pushback lately, but I'm sure I love it so much I'm willing to give it another try.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Estonia operations, Lufthansa 4 tree, request pushback and engine start. Operations, Lufthansa forward tree, request pushback at engine start. Operations, Lufthansa forward tree, request pushback at engine start. Well, I don't want to do this for everything. Ooh, bless you.
Lufthansa 43 ready for pushback and engine start.
Lufthansa 43 pushback and engine start approved.
ARPC 522, total lamp control 121.75.
Please hold to lamp to 12175.
Pushback and engine start approved. Lufthansa 43.
Okay, let's continue with that checklist.
Before start below the line. Windows and doors.
Windows and doors are closed.
Closed. Beacon.
Beacon is on.
Thrust levers.
Thrust levers are idle.
Parking brake.
Parking brake is on.
On. Transponder.
Transponder is set.
Auto. Before start checklist below the line completed.
Wonderful. Let's get that pushback.
Grounded cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Now let's watch the tow drive right through the building. No! Ha ha ha! Oh, at least it missed the people. Well, missed a couple of the people.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
It's not a sand
Tow
control
connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Does the jet bridge pull away? No, the jet bridge did not pull away. Okay. We have bleed, we have fuel. Let's do a fire test on engine 1. Do a fire test on engine 2. we are ready to start engine 1, or engine 2 rather, engine 2 then 1. Starting engine 2, starting engine 1. Auto brakes to medium. Arm the spoilers. Make sure the cabin door is locked. Turn on the progressive wind shear system. Turn the TCAS system to TARA.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Parking brake is set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Contact ground 121.905.
This is the problem we had last time, that same problem I had last time where better pushback would not disconnect. So we got rid of it. Let's do a checklist. After start checklist.
After start checklist. Anti-ice.
No, we don't need it. Off.
EChem status.
Checked.
Pitch trim.
Pitch trim is set down 0.0.
Rudder trim.
Rudder trim is neutral, 0.
After start checklist completed.
Okay. Let's turn the APU off. Let's turn the taxi light on. And we will get a taxi clearance. Estonia operations, Lufthansa 4 tree, ready for taxi, runway 26. I don't want to have to do this all the time.
Lufthansa 43 request taxi to runway 26.
Lufthansa 43 taxi to runway 26 via taxiways Alpha, hold short runway 08.
Taxi to runway 26 via taxiways Alpha, hold short runway 08 Lufthansa 43.
here's 26. Here's where we are. So we're going to make a left turn down Alpha. And I guess we have to do what's called a taxi back to get to the end of Alpha. So left turn to Alpha and a taxi back to be at the end of 26.
Ground J-Spring A322 approaching North Hold Line.
J-Spring A322 ground taxi via Golf Papa 2 Gateway.
Golf Papa 2 Gateway, J-Spring A322.
I do want to do the flight control check.
Flight control check. Move side stick.
Full down. Elevator up.
Full up.
Did you read full down?
Full down. Neutral.
That's full right. That's
Full left.
You didn't.
Full right. Neutral. Rudder now. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Now,
Flight control check completed.
yeah, usually you would do your side as well, but we'll just pretend we won't have a problem and we don't need your side. Okay. Let's continue the taxi.
Before takeoff checklist. Flight controls.
Checked.
Checked. Flight instruments.
Set.
Checked. Briefing.
Well, we didn't do a really good briefing. But
Flaps.
Flaps should be at 1.
Flaps not extended for takeoff.
Oh, why did you do that? You should
Before
have done
takeoff checklist is not completed.
that. Well, flaps 1. Okay, let's try the checklist again. I thought you were going to do that, Christy.
Before takeoff checklist. Flight controls.
Flight controls are checked.
Checked. Flight instruments.
Flight instruments are checked.
Checked. Briefing.
Briefing, we'll say is completed.
Flaps.
Flaps set for 1.
Config 1.
Big 1.
Takeoff speed and flex temperature.
Takeoff speed 146, 146, 149. Flex temperature 46.
V1 146. V rotate 146. V2 149. Flex temperature 45.
That's all correct.
Echem memo.
We need to ding the cabin. We need to did we not turn on the auto brake? Auto brake to max. Test the configuration. Oh, still need to ding the cabin. No blue.
Takeoff no blue. Before takeoff, checklist down to the line completed.
Okay.
Before takeoff, checklist below the line. Takeoff runway.
Runway 26 confirmed.
Joystick A3 to Jet
Cabin
Booster
crew.
Eva 320 and
Advised.
Papa 1 Gateway.
Takeoff.
Objective weight
TARA set. Engine mode selector.
Engine mode selector is both normal.
Set normal. Packs.
Packs are on.
On. Before takeoff, checklist below the line completed.
Wonderful. Let's go outside and enjoy our machine. Beautiful. You know, in the early flight sim versions, this is something you just would never enjoy. Oh, what a glorious time to enjoy Flight Simulator. Chart, it said that we would have to do a taxi back. But on the scenery, we're able to taxi all the way down. I wonder if, I don't know why that is. I was expecting to pull onto the runway and do a taxi back in typical European style. Let's turn on the landing lights, turn on the takeoff light, start the clock, if I can find the clock. Turn on the constraints. traffic control doesn't know we're at runway 26, but we'll give them a call. Estonia operations, Lufthansa 4 tree, ready for departure, runway 26. And they're not hearing me. I've got it. My microphone is not transmitting to air traffic control. That is a shame.
Spring 83, got a left control, 131.75.
12175, Spring 832.
Well, I don't see a way to request takeoff, so we're going to assume we're cleared for takeoff. Let's check anyone on the approach as best I can. And let's continue on to the runway.
175.
Another Papa 175, our station.
flight level 350. Well, I'm not able to get control. And we just crashed a desktop. Okay, folks. Thanks for joining me on that interesting flight. Have a great day.